Howdy, folks. I'm a psychedelic toucan who eats psychedelic colored rings.
I'm Amber.
And here's some Reddit. Our first letter is titled, "Am I a jerk for pouring wine on my sister-in-law after she threw herself a baby shower for my babies?" No. And this one gets pretty wild, folks. It does involve infertility as well. I'm a 26-year-old female, and my sister-in-law, a 29-year-old female, has been struggling with infertility. We both have endometriosis. Mine isn't as nearly severe as hers, but after 4 years of trying, I'm now pregnant with 2 healthy baby girls. My sister-in-law called me last week to tell me that we should have a baby shower to welcome our new babies. When I asked her what she meant by that, she said that her and her husband were thinking about adopting one or both of our babies. I told her that I was absolutely not giving my babies to anyone. She said, "Okay, I understand," and then left. I asked her if she thought it was a joke, and she told me it was just a prank, and we laughed it off. And we laughed and laughed and laughed until the next week. Well, my husband gets a call from sister-in-law about a very small gathering that they are having. When my husband asks what it is, my sister-in-law says it's a surprise and not to bring me since it's a family-only gathering. Sister-in-law begged my husband not to bring me, and he said that he wouldn't, but he still brought me. The thing is, that right there is a little bit gross as it is, because it's like, oh, she's not really family, right? Well, we get to my mother-in-law's house and see a huge sign that says, "Welcoming our new babies, blank and blank." Insert our baby names here in the blanks, but with the sister's last name. I was furious. All of my in-laws were there, and sister-in-law's husband's family was there as well, and tons of baby gifts. I asked my sister-in-law what she was doing and what was going on and why she was having a party welcoming my babies. She told me that they weren't my babies because I agreed to give both of her kids to her. At that point, I knew what she had told me on the phone wasn't a joke. She even had a sash that says "Mom-to-be." I grabbed a glass of wine that was left on the table and poured what was left on it on her. My in-laws are saying that my behavior was completely uncalled for and that I should have respected my sister-in-law's wishes to stay home. My in-laws are also saying that I need to pay for a new dress for my sister-in-law so that she can try to have a peaceful baby shower since I ruined her day. Am I the jerk for pouring wine on her? Alright, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk, but run. Document this. Get the police involved, get a restraining order ASAP, because if this is real, she is planning on stealing your kids, and your in-laws know it and aren't doing anything.
Yeah, I think Amber hits all of the highlights there, right? So, first up, what do you folks think? Real or fake? Reddit deleted this one because they said it wasn't honest or truthful. They thought it was a fake post. So, I am inclined to hope that this one is fake, right? It's an entertaining story, but I certainly hope that it is not real. But like Amber said, I think she summarized it really well. This does not make you the jerk in the least, and by virtue of the fact that your in-laws are actually supporting this behavior is very troubling. And the fact that they were all okay with you not being invited to a party is even more troubling. So I don't know what kind of lies your sister-in-law spun to get everyone to be on her side, but she's clearly the golden child in this situation, and that's a very dangerous thing not on your side in family structures like this. So OP, I don't think that you're the jerk in this situation, but people have requested for me to bring back the jerk scale. So on a scale of 1 to 5 jerks, I give OP 0. 0, I mean, maybe half of a 1 for pouring wine. Amber's like, no. Let me know if you folks think that this deserves 0 or half. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And there are a few comments from OP and some people. And Scrap Factor says, okay, in what way could you be the jerk here? You and your husband should go no contact with your family and also speak to a family lawyer to make sure that no one can force your grandparents' rights on you. Your daughters should be given a good fortune of never meeting your husband's parents or sister. And OP replies, where I live, grandparents' rights are not a thing. You have to prove that both parents are unfit, which is a relief, but I'm honestly scared if I say to her what I really want to say to all of them. She'll use it against me to show me as somehow unfit, or bring up how I struggle with PTSD, depression, etc. And Y Teach says, is this for real? What does your husband have to say about his sister claiming one or both of your kids? Your sister-in-law needs help. Your in-laws need to see this instead of enabling her delusions. She may be too crazy to know what she is doing, but they are jerks for going along with her. Throwing wine or anything else is a jerk move, but I would say that you're not the jerk to be annoyed and alarmed by this. You need to talk this one out with your husband and decide how to deal with it. I recommend compassion for sister-in-law's delusional, frank, and firm discussions with the rest of the family, and very clear boundaries. And yeah, I'd pay for the cleaning and or replacing of the dress after the sister-in-law acknowledges that she has no claim to your kids. And I mean, I do think that this is a bit delusional thinking, or it's just that she's the golden child and that she's always gotten her way, and so she was willing to lie, cheat, or steal in order to get the babies. So I think that there could be multiple avenues here. And OP replies, my husband exchanged similar words with the in-laws. After my mother-in-law called my husband about my uncalled behavior, I told him to hang up. We've been trying to figure out the situation since. I'm not 100% sure what she's capable of anymore, and I don't want her to use anything we say against us. So we haven't said much to them after we left, just still trying to wrap our heads around what to do. And Blue Camel 17 says, you're the jerk, but only for not opening another bottle of wine and dumping it on her too. And OP says, I needed this laugh, lol. Alright folks, our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Not Acting Like a Parent to My Stepsons? This one is a wholesome one, so prepare to be wholesomeified. I'm a 23-year-old female, and my husband, a 35-year-old male, has 2 sons with his ex, an 11-year-old male and a 13-year-old male. They stay with us every weekend. Recently, my husband changed his job, and now he works weekends, so most of the day it's just me and his sons. Before getting married, my ideal weekend was staying in, reading a book, or watching a movie alone. My stepsons, however, made me interested in gaming. They both love gaming, and one day they asked me if I wanted to play with them, and I realized how much I actually liked it. I also got them interested in some books and movies, all age appropriate, of course. So every weekend, that's what we do. We play a game or watch something or read until my husband comes home. I'm really enjoying the company because none of my friends share my interest, and it's nice to have someone to play with or discuss your favorite shows. Their mom doesn't like it. She called my husband and basically told him that I'm a jerk because I make it harder for her because her sons have been complaining that she doesn't spend time with them like I do or never plays with them. She says that I should stop being their friend and learn to actually act like a parent. Alright folks, what do you think, jerk or not the jerk?
So much not the jerk. You're actually being a really great parent here, and it sounds like the mom just needs to step up and start taking interest in her kids' hobbies.
Well, I tend to agree for the most part there, but I also think that it depends on to some degree. Like if she's spoiling the kids, but it doesn't really come across that way, there could be cases where maybe she's not disciplining them or there are disciplinary issues or something like that, and the mom's frustrated because she's not acting like a good example in that respect. But overall, I think that this is a pretty wholesome thing, right? I think also if the mom isn't able to spend time with them because the kids are over at father's house every weekend, that could also be frustrating for her. But I'm sure OP wouldn't mind letting the kids go with her, some weekends too. So I do understand her frustration, but it does just more or less sound like the mom is jealous. So I think I'm going to read it mostly as a jealousy thing, but let me know what you folks think. I'm going to give OP maybe 0 out of 5 jerkies. How's that sound, folks? If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. Anyhow, take care and good luck. 2 in Pack says, not the jerk, you are being exactly how a step-parent should be. Plus, you're only 10 years older than his oldest, so forcing yourself to be a mother figure would be kind of awkward. Their mom is just insecure because you're spending time with them like she should be. And Discombobulated Slug says she's actually closer to the step's age than her husband's age, so almost a sibling relationship. Yeah, I did notice that. It did seem a bit of an age gap there. All right, folks, grab yourself some beverage of choice. I have some tea here. Amber has some tea there. And Amber, is going to read us a joke today. You're going to read it.
What should you try to keep since nobody else wants to have anything to do with it?
Your boogers. I mean, that's the answer, right?
I mean, that's the answer.
I mean, what other answer could you possibly come up with that would be better than boogers? I'm pretty sure that's something that you should keep, but nobody else wants.
Your temper.
Oh. That's a lot like boogers of emotions. And I have Mega Mint. I actually guessed it right today because I've mostly just given up and started guessing Mega Mint as my first choice. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider giving me a like, and if you didn't, consider giving me a dislike. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.